Hello, and welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. Today in this video, we will be seeing the obvious, like new power rankings, more expansion and exploration, and then also wars. So let's get into this video. So the Norwegians are gonna get these lands, while the Swedish will get that. And the Norwegians are starting to get very worried about being cut off, so they're gonna make a deal with the Finnish and invade the Swedish. And this goes pretty well, as the Norwegians make a big push over there, while the Finnish in their area make an insane push, actually kicking them out. And now, instead of actually just invading the Swedish, they're gonna aid the Norwegians after the Norwegians get this spot, like occupy it. And then everything around this lake gets captured, and then also that land gets captured. And now, don't get me wrong, the Swedish are strong and the Norwegians are weaker, so are the Finnish, but combined the Swedes are stronger. So the Finnish are gonna quickly make a push over here, making them have to retreat more troops out of the Norwegians' front line, sorry. And now they're gonna make a peace deal after this. And oh yeah, after this video, I will make sure to update the province there, because I forgot to do that. But yeah, let's go see a peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, if I put the colors back, in this peace treaty, the Norwegians are gonna get that, and also these lands over here. And now it's looking like the Norwegians are gonna cut off the Swedish. Actually, the Swedish are gonna keep that, but the Swedish will be fully kicked out of the Finnish areas. And with that happening, the Finnish are gonna decide to go north, and they reach the end of this, the end of the Baltic Sea. And so, yeah, now they're gonna continue going north, and this is by far the most northern. Actually, right now, the highest up country is the Norwegians, but this land is gonna get split. And now the Finnish will make a pretty big push over here. Looking like this. Boom. And so out of these three, Sweden is still the strongest, but not by much. Finland is the second, and then Norway's the third. But anyways, getting off of the province there, we're going to see the Germans take over all of that. And the reason why they don't take this other spot is because, well, surprise, surprise, there's a new country. What color will this country be? It will be purple. And with the formation of this new purple country, the Germans have very little space to expand. And actually, there will be a new country forming right over here. They will be taking this land right here, along with that, and some more right here. So now the Germans are fully cut off. And what happens instantly between these two countries is invasions. And this is really one-sided, honestly. But it's so one-sided that the purple team is gonna make huge advances, but the orange team will be able to hold off for now. And with this hold off from from the orange team, the Germans are just gonna go in and fully occupy them. And in this peace treaty, what will happen is the Polish will get that, but the Germans will get that. But now they're pretty far from these lands, and that will cause yet another area, or well, this time it's a breakaway state, but yeah. Now there will be one more country popping up right now. That will be over here, and they will have all of these lands. And actually, I don't like how that looks. And actually, I hate how that looks. So I'm gonna change that. I'll just make these guys that color. Make them a little brighter. There. And now we will go down to here, where the Ethiopians have made amazing progress and expansion over closer to the coast, along with more exploration in a different area. But real quick, let's show the expanded into, and they actually like connect up with the Kenyans, which is a pretty happy thing for, a pretty good thing for the Ethiopian people. The Ethiopian people are really happy because now they actually connect up with the country. And over here in this area, there will be this country popping up, which completely denies the Oman team from expanding over here. But before these guys popped up, they did take that. And now for our few new countries, I have to make major cities and capitals. So these guys will have 3 major cities. The Ethiopians get 2 more. And these guys get 1, and then these guys get 2. As well as these guys getting 1 over there. But now with all of this stuff happening, and all this distraction, with all these distractions, there will be a country actually rebelling away, not breaking away. There will be these guys over here, who want more, like, to be their own nation. In fact, they will connect up with the Adriatic, and this is just like their rebellion, like their starter rebellion form. So instantly, these guys will peace out, and now we will see where these countries' capitals will be. For these guys, it's this one over here. For the yellow one, I really don't think I have to explain it. And then for the Polish, there. Well, for the Somalians, it will be right over here. And now Europe looks more filled, and so does East Africa. But now let's real quick go over here to the Chinese countries, where there will be actually a pretty big thing happening. And that pretty big thing is a pretty big expansion, or not expansion, exploration by all three of these guys. And the base China will get that. These guys and these guys will get all of this. And then the Hainan Island country will get, that's the lake or river, sorry. But yeah, they will go ahead and get this, and they're pretty big. But over here, the base China team has made a move, and this move actually shocked these guys, and so they just gave all of Taiwan over to China. And so now these guys are by far the most superior, but going up a little further, like to here, actually like that, and then like that, this land will all be explored because there's a new country over here. And I hate how this looks, so yeah, that will be explored, and so will this spot right there. And this new country will be seen, because obviously there would be a new country right here, because how else would all this land get explored? And no, that's too close to Morocco. Make it a little darker. Too close to the sea color. Actually, if I make that a little darker, I'll do it. Okay, and there will now be a blue China, and I don't know if this is the biggest China. Yes, it is. And in fact, there will be a pink China as well. That will be right here. And these guys are probably the weakest out of all Chinas so far. But just saying, if all these Chinese teams united, that's what they would look like. They would probably be one of the strongest countries here, because currently the blue China, which is the strongest out of all of them, it is probably like, what, I'd say like 12th maybe. Actually, I'm gonna make the pink China that color because I like that more. Anyways, pink China, one cap, one major city. Blue China, 5. 5. And then the two new Chinas will have their capitals in A right here, and then B right there. So, why is the blue Chinese capital so close? Well, there's like a lot of like typhoons or whatever that hit right here and right here specifically, which would be where their capital would be, because it's their second best major city. But yeah, these guys will get one major city on Taiwan. And now we will go over and close that layer, and we'll go over to this layer. Yippee! The provinces. The provinces. I meant, what is it called? The power rankings. So, with being cut off for a while, the Iberians are gonna fall to below Rome. 2 is Iberia. 3, forget who it just was. It's Pink France, which, yes, it still is. Pink France. 4, definitely Persia. 5, ooh. 5 I'd have to give to Germany. 6, Scotland. 7, England. 8 is Malaysia. 9 is Vietnam. Then 10. Ooh. Okay. 6 would be Ankara. 7 would be Scotland. 8 is England. 9 is Malaysia. 10 is Vietnam. And yeah, so this is their new power rankings. And I forget who is it on here. Is it Greece or I think Carthage? Yeah, Carthage is on here. Anyways, we will now be seeing more countries popping up in India, and this will come with a lot of rebellions in the Sri Lankan country as well. But also, there will be a lot of tiny little places, just like in Ender's Wixel, Ender M. And yeah, so we will see more expansion. We will see these guys get these lands, and then there will be these guys over here. Actually, I'm changing the color of to that. And for right here, just because I actually really hate that, we will see this country right over here pop up. And this is the Holy Indian Empire. I don't know what N or M calls it, but yeah, the Holy Indian Empire. But actually, the only area rebelling away will be this area. So Sri Lanka's kind of cooked. But these guys, boom, 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 and boom. And then for capitals, got right here, right here, right here, and right here. And sorry to these guys, because this major city should be in their country. And boom. So, now, what is happening over here in these guys? Well, rebellions, or well, breakaways. And it's a full-on breakaway, where literally Sri Lanka didn't even stand a chance to attempt to do anything about it. And, just as soon as these guys all become countries, they will fall to, this new Indian team. And the only ones untouched right now are those guys. So, yeah. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, and then boom. And what happens in this peace treaty? Well, what did you expect? Full annexation on all of them. And now all of these will disappear. And these guys will now have 5 major cities, not including their capital city. And now Sri Lanka's very sad because they wish they still had this land. And they're going to be dumb enough to think they're able to take it back, even though the new Indian team is like 3 times stronger. And they just get smacked. And eventually, yeah. And full annexation. So, now this is the actual Indian team, not Sri Lanka. And yeah. Over here, we will see Persia, like, pretty much instantly take the capital of these guys. But they, when attempting to get over here, it will be much, much harder because of the mountains. And yeah, but they do make an encirclement of like 1,000 troops. And then they will have taken over that. And now this Pakistan country will take over the rest of the south. And actually, most of what was remaining. And let me just fix that. Okay, and in the peace treaty, obviously these aren't correct borders. And now the peace treaty will be full annexation, with the Persians getting all of this, and then the other guys will be gaining the rest. Let me see if those provinces are good. Yup. And then, actually, no, the Pakistanis are only getting one province. And it will be in this province here. So, that is the peace treaty of that. And I think that pretty much wraps up this video. Oh, one more thing. With the collapse of the Egyptians being years and years ago, the Egyptians will attempt an invasion of the Cyprus team, in which all of these lands quickly fall, besides for this area in the south. Why? Because it's their most populated area, even more populated than the mainland of Cyprus. And we will now see insane pushes taking over this major city, taking over their north coast. And this pretty much, makes all of the Cyprus team's old lands fall back to them. And now all of these lands, like, die, I guess. And then, yeah, there will now be a peace treaty between these guys. And the peace treaty is this. Sorry, not the Egyptians, the Sinai country. But yeah, this is the new peace treaty, and the Cypriots are looking bigger than ever, and the blue team is having a dream, or well, their dumb leader, who doesn't realize that this would literally never happen, is dreaming of this. He's dreaming of all of that. And yeah, like I said, not happening. And in fact, in a joint invasion by multiple neighbors, actually all of their neighbors, these guys will start to crumble, because all of these countries realize that the leader of the blue team is delusional. And so the Ottomans will start to fall, and the Cypriots taking all of this land, their GDP per capita kind of broke, so now they are also like doing really bad, because like in war, because they're not really getting funded that well anymore because of, yeah, and then so it will slow down a ton for them. In fact, the blue team will only be able to defeat the Cypriots. And the Azerbaijanis, the Azerbaijanis are being invaded by the blue team. And the Azerbaijanis weren't even planning to join this, but now they're in it, and it doesn't seem like they're even going to be able to win, as the blue team will just take over all of this, and then the Mesopotamians will go ahead and take over that. And yeah, so these lands will also be taken over, and this is a split between them. And now we have to see the peace treaty, which it's gonna mainly just be the Mesopotamians and the Ankarans, but it will also be a little bit of the Cypriots, but not a bunch of the Cypriots being in this treaty. Okay, I just realized. Yeah, no. How do I do this without... you know what? In this peace treaty, I'm being for real. The Ankarans are just gonna fully annex these guys. And the other two, over here, will get, a bunch of money, and that makes them happy, and now they're fine with the Ankarans getting all of that. Now the Ankarans are literally Turkey. Don't tell me this is not like almost an exact replica of Turkey. They just need like that. In fact, if they do have the Thrice area that I just showed, would they literally not just be regular Turkey? Dude, that's insane. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like. If you want to see more of these videos, go and subscribe and turn on notifications, and don't forget to comment your favorite countries. But that's it, and I will see you next time. By the way, sorry for the long video.